Imagine if everything you thought you knew about retirement was only half the story. Most middle-class retirees focus on budgeting and saving, but the wealthy approach retirement like a game. They study the rules, master them, and play strategically. One of the biggest lessons? Start your financial education early. While many people learn the basics of balancing a checkbook or maxing out a 401k, the wealthy dive much deeper. They understand not just risk and return, but also tax implications, liquidity, time commitments, and even how investments perform during recessions. The earlier you start learning these principles, the more time your money has to grow, and compound is a powerful ally over decades. This isn't just theory. Think about someone who begins understanding investing in their 20s versus someone who only starts at 40. By the time they reach retirement, one has a portfolio that grows almost on autopilot, while the other may still be scrambling to catch up. But knowledge alone isn't enough. You need to turn that learning into action, identifying opportunities, diversifying wisely, and building passive income streams that keep working for you even when you sleep. And this is just the beginning. Mastering your financial education early sets the stage for strategies that could make work optional and retirement far more secure than most middle-class retirees ever imagine. But what comes next is even more powerful, a principle that allows the wealthy to live on their own terms long before traditional retirement even arrives. Once you've built a strong foundation with financial education, the next secret the wealthy swear by is planning for financial independence, not just retirement. Most middle-class workers picture retirement as a far-off stop where you finally clock out for good. The upper class sees it differently. They aim to create a life where work becomes optional long before traditional retirement age. Financial independence means your investments generate enough income to cover your living expenses. Suddenly, you're no longer dependent on a paycheck, Social Security, or a pension. But here's the twist. The wealthy often don't quit working altogether. Instead, they pursue projects they love, start businesses, or explore new ventures. It's not about obligation, it's about choice. This strategy has a hidden benefit. It reduces pressure on their portfolios. When your investments alone are enough to sustain your lifestyle, the decisions you make don't have to be rushed or reactive. You can take calculated risks, ride out market fluctuations, and invest in opportunities with higher returns. And the best part? Planning for financial independence early gives you time to experiment. You can discover which income streams suit you, which investments match your risk tolerance, and how to structure your money to maximize growth, all without the stress of needing immediate results. But having multiple streams of income isn't just about freedom. It's also the key to weathering unexpected challenges. That's exactly what the wealthy focus on next: diversification. And the way they do it might surprise you. The third lesson the wealthy follow like clockwork is diversifying investments and income streams. While most middle-class retirees rely heavily on a 401k and maybe an IRA, the upper class spreads their money across multiple avenues. We're talking everything from dividend-paying stocks and precious metals to rental properties, private equity, and even business ventures. Why? Because relying on a single source of income is risky. The market can swing, pensions can underperform, and Social Security won't cover unexpected expenses. By creating multiple income streams, the wealthy essentially build a financial safety net that cushions them when one investment dips, while others continue generating cash flow. And here's a twist many people overlook. Diversification isn't just about types of investments. It's also about timing and strategy. The wealthy know when to pull funds from taxable accounts versus tax-advantaged accounts. They understand the compounding power of reinvesting profits and the tax efficiency of spreading money across different assets. Even small choices, like including dividend stocks for steady cash flow or investing in rental properties that generate monthly income, add up over time. When retirement arrives, they're not just relying on a lump sum. They have an ecosystem of money working for them every single day. But diversification alone isn't enough. If you don't plan for taxes, a portion of that wealth could slip right through your fingers. And that's where the next lesson comes in. The fourth lesson, the wealthy master is planning a smart tax strategy. Most middle-class retirees file their taxes and maybe take advantage of a 401k or IRA, but the upper class approaches taxes like a game, and they play to win. They don't just follow the rules, they plan years ahead to minimize what they owe. For example, they know which accounts to draw from first in retirement to keep tax rates low. They combine Roth IRAs, traditional IRAs, HSAs, and taxable investment accounts in ways that make every dollar work harder. Some even use strategies like backdoor Roth conversions, which allow them to access tax-free growth even if their income is too high for a standard Roth contribution. It's not just about saving on taxes, it's about timing. The wealthy carefully coordinate withdrawals and distributions so that their income stays in lower tax brackets while keeping investments compounding efficiently in the background. Every move is calculated to maximize cash flow while minimizing the bite of Uncle Sam. This approach allows them to enjoy retirement without the stress of a giant tax bill looming over their head, and it's a key reason why they often have more flexibility and freedom in how they spend their time, because they've learned to keep more of their money working for them. But tax planning is only part of the story. Even with perfect investments and a solid tax plan, carrying consumer debt can quickly eat away at all that progress. That's why the final lesson is just as critical. The fifth and final lesson the wealthy swear by is paying off consumer debt before retirement. While many middle-class retirees still carry credit card balances, auto loans, or even mortgages, the upper class makes it a priority to eliminate these obligations. Why? Because each unpaid debt is a silent drain on your freedom and your investment potential. For some, that means paying off every loan, including the mortgage, so retirement isn't tied to monthly payments. With no debt hanging over them, they can spend money on passions, invest more aggressively, support family, or donate to causes they care about. It's a liberating shift in mindset. Retirement becomes about choice, not survival. Interestingly, the wealthy also know when to strategically leverage debt. If mortgage rates are low, say 2% to 5%, and investment returns could yield 8% to 12%, they might keep the mortgage and instead invest extra cash to grow their wealth faster. Either way, it's a conscious, informed decision, never a passive one. By combining debt management with diversified investments, tax-smart strategies, early financial education, and a focus on financial independence, the upper class creates a retirement that's not just safe, but flexible, powerful, and surprisingly stress-free. So, whether it's minimizing taxes, maximizing returns, or eliminating financial anchors, these 5 lessons show that retirement isn't just about saving, it's about thinking differently, planning smarter, and living on your own terms.